Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Today we are doing the third installment of something that is super secretive that you should probably watch by yourself in the dark with earbuds in. Well, one earbud in. Because if you know who is coming down the hall, you're going to want to click off the video real quick. Have something about home improvements queued up in case she wonders what you're watching. We've already talked about this twice, and the reception I got was mixed. Because some people believe you need to be 100% honest with your spouse when it comes to everything, and I totally agree. But when it comes to collecting whiskey, you may have already found yourself fudging some numbers. Today's video is how to hide whiskey from your wife, part number 3. And by wife, I mean spouse or significant other. Sometimes wives love whiskey and they need to hide it from their husbands. This video also applies to you. No matter what your current living situation is, whether you're a husband who loves whiskey and your wife doesn't, you're a wife who loves whiskey and your husband doesn't, or you both love whiskey together, but you kind of want to keep some of the good stuff for yourself. You selfish son of a... We've already gone over so many ways to make sure that the whiskey that you buy is not, out in plain sight for everyone to see. We've already spent 2 videos on the topic of how to purchase whiskey, but make it look like you didn't purchase whiskey. In this video, I'm going to tell you a few more ways for you to purchase whiskey and get away with it for a few days until you get caught. Until they find out, then you are in big trouble, mister. Big trouble. I'm not giving out any advice here. Don't take this for advice. Every single bottle of bourbon I buy, my wife knows about, if she asks. Before we get deeper into this subject, let's first talk about today's video sponsor. Today's video was brought to us by our brand new channel partner, Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club that delivers curated boxes of top-notch goods right to your door. From clothing to camping gear, cookware to barware, Bespoke Post's mission is to help customers cut through all the clutter and find quality gear from the best small brands in the world. It's tailored to your interests and passions, so whether you're a seasoned adventurer, a home chef, or you're a style enthusiast, Bespoke Post has something for you. Plus, with every purchase you make, you're supporting small business. 90% of what Bespoke Post sells comes from up-and-coming small brands. Each month, you'll get a box assigned to you, and before it's shipped, you'll get notified of what's in that box. You can decide to keep it, swap it for a different box, or skip the month entirely for no charge. Bespoke Post is completely free to join and has something for everyone.
And your membership gets you access to stellar discounts across a variety of products. We're talking 30% off or more sometimes.
You want to become a world-class whiskey taster? Bespoke Post offers this bourbon nosing and scent kit. To get started, take the quiz. Personalize your experience, and Bespoke Post will hand select the perfect box for you each month. It's like having your own personal shopper, but way cooler. Bespoke Post makes it easy to discover new products and elevate your everyday life. The box lineup is changing every month, so there's always something new to look forward to. I got my hands on the Carnivore box. The Carnivore box comes with this cleaver and this American barbecue rib rub. I've always wanted a quality meat cleaver, and thanks to Bespoke Post, they delivered me one that I will love. It is very heavy, and it's friggin' sweet. Oh, hello, meat. Guess what? Perfect portions. Point me to the nearest grill. I also got this awesome swig box, which includes 3 say-so ready-to-make cocktail sachets, and this awesome aged in ore travel decanter. I'm headed out of town this weekend for my wedding anniversary. When I mentioned bringing whiskey, I thought my wife said I decant. But thanks to Bespoke Post, aged in ore, and this travel decanter, I decan. America. America. Looks like I'm packed for the weekend. Since Bespoke Post is sponsoring this video, they're offering new subscribers 20% off their first shipment. So click on the first link in the description below. Use code WHISKEY20 at checkout and you're gonna save 20% off your first shipment from Bespoke Post. So the numbers in your bank account are dwindling, huh? As a person who's not great with money, I've been told that there are better ways to budget, like make more money or spend less money. Problem is the making of the money is the difficult part, and the spending of the money is the easy part. And when it comes to this whiskey industry, when it comes to new bourbons, spending money on whiskey is like, welp, we broke. We're broke now. Can we afford to pay the water bill? Looks like we're showering in bourbon. An average bottle of bourbon, the price on it, through the friggin' roof. And when it comes to significant others who don't follow along in this bourbon chasing game, when it comes to buying whiskey, they do not approve. Let's face it, if you have no money in your checking account, your significant other is gonna wonder why. Should you be upset about that? Probably not. You should probably thank them for wanting to put your children through school and make sure that they have shoes that fit. But the new Bardstown Discovery series came out and I heard it's a hit. Oh, there goes $150. So what are a few ways we can bunker some extra bottles without getting in serious trouble with our favorite models? Always call your wife a model. Oh, babe, you should be a model. Babe, you look like a model. Babe, you smell like a model. Babe, you could be a hand model. Babe, you could be a foot model. But don't get any ideas. If you're looking to keep extra whiskey on site, I had an idea that went through my head last night. Look at this thing over here. It's a 53-gallon bourbon barrel. Go on Facebook Marketplace, search bourbon barrel. Eventually one will pop up. And then what do? You hop in the truck. You go, you pick it up, you throw it in the back, you ratchet it down. That's not going anywhere. And you drive home. You take it out of the truck, you roll it to the front door, and you slide it in the garage before your wife says, what the? Eventually your spouse is gonna notice the gigantic barrel. First thing they're gonna think is that you bought an entire barrel of whiskey. Good news for her, you didn't do that. It's empty. It's just decoration, babe. Babe, just decoration. Nothing going on here, nothing weird. But you cut the top off that son of a bitch, cut the head out of that barrel, and what you're staring down is a gigantic, empty bucket to put bottles in. I'm not sure how many bottles of whiskey you could put inside of an empty barrel of bourbon, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Just stack them in there. Just put them down in there. Put them down into the barrel. And if there's anywhere your spouse isn't looking, it's inside of a gigantic wooden barrel. It's just decoration, babe. And storage. If you're really handy, you'll figure out how to put the head of the barrel back on so that, you know, it looks like nothing ever happened to it and you are home scot-free or scot home free, whatever that saying is. But word to the wise, if she finds out that you were hiding whiskey in that barrel, there is a good chance that that barrel will be emptied of the whiskey and filled up with you, with your dead body. And you will be pushed into a river somewhere. And someone will eventually find you downstream and you will be on one of those YouTube real crime shows. Oh, Joe Bob Bourbon was found inside of a whiskey barrel in a tributary in rural Tennessee. And when the jury finds out why, not guilty. You deserved it. You deserved it for lying and fibbing, you son of a bitch. Another way is to purchase bottles directly from a distillery, but only from distilleries that you can explain away into something completely different. The credit card statement comes in the mail. Oh, son of a bitch. Bad news bears, bad news bears. I was worried about this day. I've been checking the mail every single day to get to it before her, but son of a bee, I was in line at an allocated bourbon drop and missed it. Now our high interest Capital One card statement is in her hands, and it's the information from me that she demands. What on earth is this, Cody? You know that you're in trouble when they don't call you babe. When they start calling you by your first name, but not only your first name, but your first name extended, your real first name, you know you're in a deep puddle of poo. You know you're in deep shit. You're in big trouble, mister, and we saw that coming. Typically it's a babe, come here. But no, not today. Today, it's Matthew, come in here. Son of a bitch. Trouble's a brewing. What is this on the list that says Leopold Brothers? What is Leopold Brothers for $70? Luckily you thought that through. Leopold Brothers, babe? Leopold Brothers, you remember the Boy Scouts that came by our house the other day? The Cub Scouts that swang by with their little pamphlet? They were selling that, you know, really expensive coffee, but for a good cause. It was Leopold Brothers. Leopold Brothers. Did we ever get that coffee? Absolutely, but we shipped it to Aunt Martha. Aunt Martha's got that really fancy slow drip coffee machine, and I figured that she'd love the Leopold Brothers coffee way more than we would. We would never get the enjoyment out of it. Okay then, what's the Wilderness Trail then? Why does it say Wilderness Trail $70 on our credit card statement? Babe, Wilderness Trail? I pre-purchased us tickets to go on the Wilderness Trail this September. You know, after it gets a little bit cooler outside. When the leaves are starting to change color, September, we're gonna go hike the Wilderness Trail. But I wanted to be preemptive and purchase us tickets ahead of time because it's a state park and it'll fill up. By the time September rolls around, the kids will have started school and she'll have completely forgotten. And if she remembers, then just find any trail near you and call it the Wilderness Trail. It'll be accurate. What's this Ben Holiday on the credit card statement? Why do I see something from Ben Holiday on there? What was that and why was that $65? Ben Holiday, babe? Ben Holiday. Ben Holiday is the oldest holiday store in the United States. I just purchased you a Christmas gift online, but you ruined it. Now you ruined it. You ruined a surprise. Ben Holiday has been Holiday for many years. Ben Holiday, that's why they call it that, because they've been selling holiday stuff for decades. And not only that, but the best holiday stuff, now I'm gonna have to return it because you ruined the surprise. And I know it's July, but I'm always looking for Christmas gifts for you, babe. She might not believe that one. That one might be on the edge of believable. At the end of the month, you forgot that you purchased something from Green River. Oh no. She sees it though. She sees it and it's not something that she normally spends money on. It's not something normally on the credit card statement. Babe, what is this from Green River? Stuff like this you have to be on your toes about. Stuff like this you really have to, think quickly. Green River, babe? Oh, Green River. Listen, St. Patrick's Day every year in the city of Chicago, they dye the river green. And it's a spectacle. But unfortunately, like everything, the cost of dye has gone up. And in order for them to continue to dye the river green, we must donate a little bit of money so that they can dye the river green. Otherwise, it's just a normal river, and why would anybody want to look at it? It's just a river full of bodies. But thanks to our donation, they're gonna be able to dye it so green. Oh, why do I care about the Chicago River? Good question. Super good question. We are going to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day, if we can afford it. Oh, we can't afford it? Oh, that sucks. Man, I was hoping that we would be able to do that this year. Maybe next year though. Maybe next year, but at least we were able to dye the river green for those people who can. We're just good people. We're just the nicest people. So if you buy directly from the distillery and it has a name that you can explain away, then sweet, super smart. The third and final way, in this video anyway, how to hide expensive whiskey from the people closest to you, who you should be most honest with, is by manufacturing something that is both beneficial for your family, but mostly beneficial for your whiskey collection. The weather system this year has been absolutely nuts. Absolutely crazy. We got hail and tornadoes and windstorms and flooding and all sorts of crap. And if you were looking out for your family and you did not have one already, then a storm shelter in your backyard would be protective and make you look like the best dad on the planet. So if you do not have a storm cellar, a storm shelter in your backyard, a place to go when the winds start to twist, then I would suggest digging a hole and building one. Will you ever use it if you live in the mountains in Colorado? Probably not, but you probably also will, because that's the best place to store your whiskey, because guess what? No one's ever gonna go down there. Unless, of course, it's a major problem and they have to. So you store all of your new acquired whiskey in your storm shelter. It stays nice and cool and out of the sun. It's like the perfect storage solution. And if the storms ever come, you just bring your family down there. And when your significant other sees the whiskey in the storm shelter, you're like, babe, at least we're safe. Did I dig a storm shelter for the family? Absolutely. Did I dig a storm shelter for the whiskey? It looks that way. It definitely looks that way. But I can assure you that It was mostly for the family. So those are just a few ways to dodge and duck, you know, the old spouse when it comes to hiding whiskey around your house. But again, this is not advice. Definitely do not fib to your wife. This is all a joke. These are all jokes. I'm being, what's the word? Satirical. I think that's a word. This is satire. I'm not telling you to hide whiskey from your spouse. Unless, of course, you do not want the house or the car or the children half of the time. But these are fun videos to make. They're fun videos to make, and if they help you in any sort of way, then you should probably look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself to stop it. Knock that off. Be better. Something in my eye. Something in my eye. That's gonna do it for this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What are ways that you have placed whiskey in places that whiskey is not seen very often by people who are looking closely? My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds but your mind. On anniversaries, which this weekend is. I'm celebrating my 11th wedding anniversary with my wife this weekend, and what a video to shoot 2 days before that. Also, my mama's birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Mama Porter. I'm sure that Dad has never hidden anything from you, because the things my dad collects aren't exactly easy to hide. Boats. He just collects boats. All sizes of boats. Tiny boats, medium boats, big boats, boats that float, boats that don't, boats that you paddle, boats that you motor, boats that you fish from, and boats that sit on the shore. He's gotten better though. He's gotten better. I think he's gotten rid of most of his boats. I think he only has a couple left. But I do like that about my dad. Just collects things that float. Love you all so much. Have a great day. See you in the next video. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.